okay?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and I welcome you guys back to Let's Play Fire Emblem 7 Hector Hard Mode Blazing Sword walkthrough. Yes, this is a walkthrough. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It's a walkthrough. I know it may not be the best walkthrough, but it's a fucking walkthrough, okay? I'm walking you through the game, even though...
Are you implying that this is like instructional, that people should like do as you say?
Well...
'Cause that's what a walkthrough does, right?
Maybe we can
That's
call
what
it...
I learned on Game Facts.
We can... You know, there was a time where I would actually use those tutorials when I played, where I would actually think they were really well written. Oh, good times.
Yeah, same.
Good
Same.
times.
I actually wrote one of those a
Really?
long time ago. That was not how... Yeah, I wrote like one for FE6 hard mode. How you should play it.
Maybe, you know, I remember using a GameFAQs tutorial for FX6 hard mode, so maybe I was actually using yours. I don't know. It was many
Probably
years
mine.
ago.
It was pretty grindy. Pretty grindy. I'll say that.
Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the chapter that I know a lot of you guys have been very excited about. It's chapter 28, Battle Before Dawn. This is, I have a love-hate relationship with this chapter, but let's do the introduction first. Mecha's favorite part, the voice acting. Two assassins in the employ of the Black Fang move in. They've been set loose in the palace to murder the crown prince, Zephyr. This is such exciting, too, because we don't know if Zephyr's gonna live or not. Hector hurries to prevent them from fulfilling their contract.
I'm not in Japan, so I don't know whether Hector's gonna live or not. Or Zephyr's gonna live or not.
Oh, too soon, man. Too soon. Chapter 28, Battle Before Dank.
Clever.
I know, I put, like, Dank instead of the other word. It's the...
Should make a song out of it.
The prince's room! Is that the door? General Murdoch, the prince's bodyguard
sorry.
should be away.
There, I'm done for the rest of the chapter.
Thanks, Mecha. The king concocted some errand to call him from Zephyr's side. Why are they discussing this, like, outside the door? There are no guards around. This is an easy job, isn't it? I can do this! I'll do my best! This is my first mission, you know. I guess I'm a little nervous, but I mustn't fail. Mustn't let mother down. Are you ready, Jafar? I've no desire to be a part of your blundering. If you fail, I will, without hesitation, finish the target, and then you... What? Do not be so naive as to expect help from friends.exe. Remember that. I knew that. Don't have to tell me. I'm a member of the Black Fang, after all. Ha ha ha. I won't fail. I'll become worthy. I will do my best. She'll see the daughter I've become, and she will love me! There are no guards. It's just like we were told, but something strange. Listen, a voice. Someone's talking in the room. No, someone's praying. You're right. It's a prince, isn't it? I wonder what he's praying for. Let's listen to him. I offer this prayer unto thee. My coming of age ceremony is tomorrow. As for the Prince of Bern, I've tried my best not to be an embarrassment to my father. I know that I've not met with his expectations. But I will try harder. I will please him. I vow to do better for him. Hear me. Tomorrow I will be a man. So this is my last wish as a foolish child. It's the same one I've asked for you every night for all these years, but please bring father and mother together again. Please let the day come when Guinevere and I and her mother, when all of us can live happily together in the palace. It's time. Oh, Jafar! What? Villain?
Wow, how do you do that? They're all green. How do you do that? How do you attack a unit that's like allied with you?
I don't know.
I want to know so I can kill Mills.
That will leave him unconscious for some time. Now the time has come for you to do your part. Do it. Okay. I cannot. What did you say?
This part works so well with Robot Jafar.
Listen to him. All he wants is for his parents' love to be accepted. That's all. He's just like me. No matter how hard I try, Mother always looks at me for nothing. Her eyes are so filled with disappointment. She's never held me, not even once. Stop this foolishness, I told you. I will not permit you to ruin my opportunity. I know. Do as you must, Jafar. I won't resist. You can do it easily. You could do it easily if you didn't resist. But please don't hurt the prince. For pity's sake.
Exclamation mark.
I'm ready to die. ... Come. What? We're leaving. Hurry. Jafar? This is it. Come here. But if you do this, Jafar, you'll... Don't worry about me. Hurry up. No.
You have no chance to survive.
Make your time. So, I find it hilarious how, like, they sent 2 assassins in to murder the prince, yet they managed to fill up the entire palace full of them. Just in case they failed, you know? Hello, Jafar. Finished already? Such magnificent skill. Is this why they call you the Angel of Death? Sonia told me about you were behaving oddly, but it appears their fears were groundless. I'm sorry, this is not Jafar's fault. It was me, the prince. I couldn't. No. What's all this? Why is the girl still alive? What?
404 error. No text found.
You guys said Mecha.
No text found. Error.
No. You got a voice act. ... That's better. You received Lady Sonia's order, did you not? You were to dispose of the wordless little... No! Hold your tongue. You will not speak another word. So that's how it is. Jafar, do you plan on betraying Lord Nurgle? I will not let Nino die. Get in my way and I'll kill you. Jafar! Haha, so you have some human emotion in you after all. You always seem just like those creepy morphs. I bet you didn't kill the prince either. Maxime? Yes, I'm here. This is the only dialogue I have. Take your men and put out all the lights. Block all the entrances. Your targets are Prince Sephiel and the 2 traitors. Finish the battle before dawn. Before we draw attention to ourselves. Go! Alright. Go now, I will buy you time. No, you must come to Jafar. Nino, you must live.
I need to get to the other side of the map to stand still and die.
You are worthy of living. No, wait, don't go Jafar. Luckily, we arrived just in time. This is the royal manse. Lies must have been doused. That's the sound of fighting. What's going on? I don't know, but if they're still fighting, we might not be too late. Let's hurry, Hollywood. We have to get inside. We have to protect the prince. All right. Chapter 28. So, as I said at the start of this map, I have a big love-hate relationship with this chapter. We'll get more into it when we start, because you can't see the NPCs until the actual battle begins. So, the guys that I've decided to bring for this chapter, I guess Mecha can give some input on this. So, you need to bring a lot of strong fighters right here, because this chapter is actually kind of hard. You face off against a lot of strong units. So, I decided to bring Ninian.
So, where are your strong fighters?
Hey, come on. Ninian, Raven, Priscilla, Legault, Louise, Fiora, Pent, Heath, and Harkin. I was thinking Marcus, but I think I'd rather bring Heath, because he can fly. Harkin is going to be important for taking down Maxime. And I think just generally flyers, because you do need to move pretty fast and they can carry other units. And you do need to cover some ground in this chapter. Pent with his bolting tome is going to be very important to take down some annoying units. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mecha, but I think how I want to go for this, since I only have 1 thief, I don't want to deploy 2 thieves, and I don't have any chest keys. You can let the thieves that spawn here go for the treasure chest and then kill them and then take their treasure, right?
Yes, 1 at a time though, because if they take both treasures, then they will only drop 1. So you either have to steal the other treasure or do something else weird.
That's why I was bringing,
you can do that.
I was thinking about using Pent, because I'm pretty sure next to Luis, he will be able to one-round the thieves.
Yeah, I think even if Louise is not next to him, you can do it.
Yeah, but she gives him some hit, I think, which helps. So,
yeah, yes.
So, and then I'm gonna bring Legault down here. We need Hector to talk to Nino. And I think this team will work. I mean, I'll need two heroes, because this, as I said, there's a lot of really scary pre-promotes right here that are actually really nasty. And Ursula is down here, I do believe, on Hector hard mode. And we would like to kill her, because she actually starts moving on hard mode. I didn't know this, but apparently she does. I always kill her before she can do anything.
Yeah, but it's pretty late. A foot unit can get to her before she moves. Yeah. So it's not that urgent. I actually think you should put mounted units on the left and then most foot units on the right, because on the left is in a hurry, but the right one kind of isn't. It's fine if you don't move that fast.
Right.
I actually think you can get away with not using that great combat units besides like one person with like Rex, Ursula, which Harkin can do, or Raven if you want to.
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure if I like Heath a lot if you don't promote him, which I know you're not going to do because of the funds rank. Because he's not going to get a whole lot of EXP, but at the same time you need some kind of mount, and like who else is there? Low and Marcus.
Yeah.
And I'm still worried about EXP, but we'll see how it goes, I guess.
I can worry about that. Now, there's a lot of opportunities next chapter to get some easy XP, as well as Cog of Destiny. This chapter is actually kind of hard, so I think I'm going to bring these guys, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you'll probably want Priscilla on the left so she can physic.
I was actually thinking about having her on the right, because I already have Pen who can physics on the left.
That works too, I think.
Yeah.
Depends on how lucky you get, basically. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna have to try. I might not do this chapter on the first try. So, we're gonna be talking about the green units. So, what I hate about this chapter, you gotta protect Sephiel right here. Jafar's here, Nino's here. Jafar's gonna be taking on the brunt of the enemy forces. Now, the issue with this chapter is that depending on Jafar's AI, this chapter can actually be completely impossible. If you're a little bit unlucky, there's a guy here with a Sword Reaver, I think. He spawns right here. If he hits Jafar, which he has about a 50% chance to do, Jafar will usually run up here and pop an elixir, leaving Sephiel's room completely unguarded. It can happen that Sephiel's room will simply be swarmed before you can even get to him, and he'll stand on the pillar, which means that the units will have, about a 40 to 50% chance to hit him. So in some cases, I have actually just experienced that Sephiel just dies on turn 5, and there's nothing you can do about it. If Jafar doesn't run away, though, he'll usually stand around here for a little longer. But the problem is that on Hector hard mode, if Jafar actually doesn't get out of this hallway before the snipers and the heroes spawn, he can actually die pretty reliably, because he's locked to swords and pretty squishy. So this chapter, in some cases, you can get really unlucky. I'd say maybe like 1 out of 3 attempts, you will simply experience that either Jafar or Sephiel just dies before you get a chance to do anything, which makes this chapter rather unbalanced and stupid. But yeah, while we're... Yeah. It's just, I mean,
Don't forget that, like, every 1 out of 50 attacks or something that the enemy makes against Nino, they can crit her with, like, lightning for, like, 50 damage. She can also die. But that's probably not going to happen as often as Jafar dying or Sephiel dying.
Because Tactician Stars, they don't reduce the critical avoid for green units, do they?
Nope.
No.
Because they're green units.
Green units! Alright, so here is what everyone has been waiting for. Let's talk about Nino and Jafar. Even though Jafar doesn't join in this chapter, we'll talk about him nevertheless. So in this corner we have Nino, everyone's favorite little mage. Oh my god, Nino. So she's... I feel like this is very like 2010, like the discussion of whether or not Nina's a good unit. I feel like most of the Fire Emblem community have kind of resigned themselves to the fact that she is rather trash now. But the worst part is, I might actually use Nino a little bit in this playthrough because of the EXP rank. And she levels up, like if I can feed her a couple of kills, she usually gets an entire level worth. And giving Nino 15 levels is actually going to help my EXP rank out a lot, so you might actually get your wish, guys. I will probably try to use Nino a little bit, because she's mandatory in the next chapter. As far as Nino goes, though, I mean, she's the typical Est archetype. She has some of the best growth rates in the entire game. And for a level 5 mage, she also has pretty decent bases. Like, if she joined at level 5 at the early game, she would be absolutely borderline broken. In my randomized Fire Emblem 7 playthrough, I actually got Nino as a Cavalier as one of my starting units, and she ended up being one of the most broken units in the entire game. So yes, Nino certainly has potential if you train her up. The problem is, a level 5 mage at this point during the game with these bases is just a complete liability. You see how good Pent is, and he's joined already. If you train Urk, he'll easily be as good as Nino too. If you take your time to train up Nino, which I understand some people think is fun to do, I totally get it. Some people really enjoy the prospect of leveling up a weak unit into a complete powerhouse. For those players, Nino is a really exciting unit to use, and I definitely get why so many people like him, or like her. The problem with Nino is when you try to come in and make an argument that Nino's a viable unit, because she isn't. She requires a stupid amount of babying to level up, and even at the end of the day, if you get her up to Pent or Urk's level, what you get is a Sage with slightly more speed and luck. I think, like, at max level, if you compare her max stats to Pent and Urk, she has, like, 4 or 5 more points of speed and a few more points of luck, and that's it. So that's a lot of investment to pour into a unit just to get a slightly better Pent or Urk. But, as I said, I might actually use her a little bit on this playthrough because, you know, the XP rank. But sadly, I'm still gonna rate her a 1 out of 5 star unit. I'm sorry, she does not deserve anything else. So what do you have to say about Nino Mecha? I've actually been looking forward to hearing
Not a whole lot anymore, actually. We're pretty thorough with that. What I'll say is I drafted Nino once in some kind of LTC. I think I've said this before, but I actually got her to like A stabs because there was a lot of free turns to be using, even though it was an LTC draft. And she actually ended up saving turns in Victory or Death. That was about the most use I ever got out of Nino.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that I'd like to like take away here is the fact that training Nino is not hard. It's just tedious and unnecessary because I think on average a Nino that's trained to level 20 and then promoted with a guiding ring, so like a 20/1 Nino is basically still inferior to base level Pent. That's how good Pent is basically. So Nino is not really worth it unless you like having fun by training her basically. 1 out of 5 is the only thing you can give her.
Yep. It should also point out that I know you don't care about Con, but in this case I do feel like it fucks her over because she comes with an Hellfire Tome, which I think slows her speed down by 7 points, which does end up mattering quite a lot. And but one thing needs to be said though, if you do plan on training Nino, giving her the Alpha Drops is, like, she's probably one of the units that makes the most use out of the Alpha Drops because of the sheer amount of levels that she has to gain. Although in the end, they won't really improve her stats all that much, but still.
No, Alpha Drops is like, it's like 1 point over 20 levels or something. It's really overrated and important.
So plus 2 to all her stats over the course of, like, max level.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? What's the point?
She caps she caps magic speed and luck anyway, so it won't really be that noticeable, really.
Yeah, but about 3 con, it's more like if she joined with less speed, basically, that's all it is. And speed is a pretty important stat, so in the case of Nino, where she loses speed from every single tome, then yeah, low con matters, but it's the same as if she had 1 less point of speed, basically.
Yeah.
She can use fire with only losing 1 point of speed, I think, and after promotion, I think she can use it without losing speed, so it's not the biggest deal ever.
Yeah.
And
I will say, though, that Nino does at least have the grace to come with C and Tomes, so she can use Hellfire Tomes at base, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that she starts with an Hellfire, because the only enemy that will ever attack her in this chapter, if you're reasonably quick, like quick at all, is like a monk that, well, we know monks cannot double, so you don't have to kill. So that doesn't matter, and then once you get to her, you can just trade her a Fire Tome if you want to. So her low con is only really an issue if you're like not smart enough to bring a spare tome for her, which I think Mangs might be because he's out of them.
Yeah, I'm actually out of Fire Tome.
So, yeah. But basically, don't meet Mangs and Nino will be fine.
Yeah. All right, and then we're going to talk about Jafar. Jafar.
Yay.
So,
good unit.
Very good unit. That Exa, 5 out of 5 stars. Exa, no, actually, it's not 5 out of 5 stars. So Jafar is a unit that's very popular in the fandom. Well, he's got a few things going in his favor. Like, if we're gonna mention the good things first, his bases are absurdly high. I mean, 19 base strength, 24 base speed. That is pretty fucking good. I mean, Jafar is kind of like Karel in that he can kill pretty much anything you throw him against. He is a decent boss killer. He hits very hard. He even has very decent defense for a thief. Like, 15 base defense is pretty good. I mean, that's almost like Harken level defense. So, even though his hit points are slightly low at 34, he's a lot more durable than you might think. So, the problem with Jafar, though, is that he's just like Karel. I mean, he's a 6-move unit with 1 range. And do you really need that at this point during the game? Now, he does have one thing that Karel does not, and he can use lockpicks. However, he does not have the ability to steal as an assassin anymore. So sadly, like, there aren't that many things to steal, but on this map, it could actually be kind of viable because there's an Earth Seal we would really like to get our hands on. So if you're just bringing a thief to open doors and chests, then you can actually field Jafar for that, although I think there's like 1 or 2 more maps at this point that has chests and locked doors. So it's not really going to be all that viable. But yeah, Jafar, I would rate him a 3 out of 5 stars, simply because he is a decent pre-promote with decent bases that can pretty much kill everything you throw him up against. Although it's, to be fair, I probably rated Karel a little bit too high. It's probably like 3 or maybe 2 stars, but I'd say 3 stars just because I really like bases and I really like a unit with 24 base speed. But it's a generous 3-star at the most. One thing that people really have to be aware of, like, I think one of the most misleading aspects about Jafar as a unit is that people think that the Assassin is a good class because of him. But in reality, the Assassin is a terrible class. It's just that Jafar has some of the highest bases personal basis in the game. And this is really evident if you ever randomize this game and you get Jafar as any other class, you'll see that he starts with like some of the highest base stats in the game. Because he just is, according to the story, he's like really powerful, so they gave him really high stats to match that. But the assassin class is actually awful, which is why promoting anything to assassin like in Sacred Stones is a very, very stupid idea. He does have the silencer skill, which is like one of the only skills in this game. He has like, I think it's a 50% chance on crits to insta-kill your opponents. And I think that you can't use it against the dragon or the final boss, and I think Nurgle has like a 50% resistance to it, but aside from that, it works against pretty much anything. The silencer is just a really RNG skill, and it's not good at all. In most cases, a crit kills your opponent, so it's very rare that a silencer will actually do anything useful. Although when it procs, it will actually give Jafar some extra experience, so it does have that going for it, but it's still a trash skill. RNG as hell and not very useful, so yeah. What do you have to say about Jafar, Micah?
6 movement, swords, talks like a robot, 2 stars.
Yeah, that's...
Bad unit. I mean, not bad, but like... the high speed is useful in Conquer Destiny in Hector hard mode because it doubles some of the Valkyries.
Oh, right.
It's a really big pain in the ass, and its resistance is actually pretty high for a physical unit. I'm just trying to find issues. Is basically, I agree with like the majority of what you said, that Jafar is mostly unnecessary, and like the stats are good, but they're kind of overkill in a way. And I'd hand in like 3 speed and 3 strength of him any day to give him like the option to use javelins, for example.
Oh yeah,
that would be great, or like a mount, something like that. He doesn't have those. He joins very late, so there's not much utility you can get out of him. As I said, lockpicks not very useful. Silencer, you can like, if you're RNG abusing, then Silencer has some uses in like the final chapter or whatever. But this is like really niche stuff, and overall Jafar just doesn't have much to a playthrough. And for you especially, I don't think he'll be very useful because even though he's like a special class that can get some extra experience class-wise, his level is so high that it's not going to make a difference. So, like, I think he gets maybe 5 XP for killing something, and then if you assassinate, he gets like 10. That is not something that's going to boost your XP rank. So, even though Jafar is like, he can kill stuff, but that's it.
Yep, pretty much. And we will never see another assassin in this game, because there's no way I can spend the Fel contract, considering I'm low on funds, so... so in order to get the Guidance Chapter, and there is a Guidance Chapter requirement, we gotta get Hector down here, talk to Nino. We gotta get Nino over here, talk to Jafar. Nino and Jafar must both survive, and Zephyl must survive. So there's a million things that can go wrong on this map, and they probably will. So, that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's actually start on this map. So, I have thought a little...
20 minutes, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I have thought a little bit about my turn 1 strategies right here. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send Legolt this way, but I am going to use Priscilla to open the door. Or am I? No, wait. I think I'm going to use Pent. Yeah, I'm going to use Pent to unlock the door. My bad. So I'm going to send Pent over here. And I'm going to dance. Now, I brought a torch on Luis. And hopefully Luis will be able to see some of the thieves when they get the treasure chest. And then I'm going to use the bolting on said thieves to snipe them with Pent so that I can take their treasure away. That's how I'm going to get.
Why not just torch staff? You can aim that.
Because I've given Priscilla the torch staff.
Well, why don't have her use it then?
Or yeah, it's not gonna last, so you know. So we can actually see the boss from here if we do this. There's a mini boss in this chapter called Maxime.
Mini boss.
he's actually really terrifying, because Mecha mentioned that there's like a stat bug on Hector hard mode, and some enemies do get that, including Fargus on Hollywood hard mode. So you can see his stats are just way higher than they should be. 60 hit points, 21 base rests, 18 speed. I mean, this guy is super nasty. It comes with a silver lance. So, but that's why I'm bringing Harkin to take him down. And Pent and Luis can probably also take him down. Alright. Hopefully.
Luis gross.
Yep. So, we brought our good friend, the halberd.
He probably won't even double with it.
No, he will probably get doubled with it, to be completely fair. Oh, cool. Dorky. Nice. XP.
Nice stealing.
Yep.
Don't forget the Legolt needs to go over like the other corner to get the Earth Seal, though.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking once I get these 2 chests, I'm going to fly him with someone.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a defense chapter, but it's like a 15-turn defense chapter, so it's more like get to Zephyl and then you win more, like.
Pretty much.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's 15 turns, but...
It shouldn't have been 15 turns. It should have just been route, I guess. Because that's what you're gonna do in 15 turns anyway.
That would be nice. That would be nice. But the problem with this chapter is that 15 turns may sound like a long time, but to do everything that you actually want to do, I find that it's not always enough.
Well, learn to rescue then.
Well, yeah, I'm trying, but but the problem is that you need to get... There's just so much shit to do on this map, especially if you want the Earth Steel, which I think I need to get an S rank.
Yeah, you do.
So
it's not exactly your surplus. Like last time I did the math, you had like a 20k surplus, but it's actually more than that, because I figured out that to complete the funds rank, you don't need to hit the 5-star requirement, but you need to hit 80% of it. So you actually have a lot more leeway than I thought.
So I'm actually going to use Merlinus right here to bait out the hero, because the hero actually hits really hard.
Oh, I sure hope you have enough space in everyone's convoy for the chests and everything then.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Ah, never mind. We'll be fine. Merlinus' Void is actually so high right now that he is actually a dodge tank, which is kind of refreshing. Oh, cool.
Saved by RNG.
Fuck.
Wow, nice choice of equipment for turn 1. I can see you really thought this one out.
I was planning on using that against the mage, but then I realized the mage is just gonna attack Merlinus. Oh well. Oh well. Oh no. Nino's fighting the monk. How will this go?
Yeah. She doesn't get one KO by a crit, but if she like gets hit and then doesn't heal, which she won't because she's over half HP, and then she gets crit, she will die.
Ah, oh, what's my room? That man.
What's my room?
What's going on? Ah,
this is your room, you idiot.
Coming this way, 2020. I have to get away. No, that's wrong. That's not the way. If I run, they'll simply follow and surround me. Rather than run, I should wait here and face them. Yeah.
Probably good strat.
Yeah, probably.
So feels better than
this is the Sword Reaver guy, and he missed. Okay, so that's good. So that means that Jafar is gonna stay here for a little longer, which is good. So thieves start to spawn here on the second turn. You can actually, what I like to do in the past was to bolting this thief, but as I said, I plan on using him to actually open the chest, so I'm not gonna do that. So Sephiel is right here. On the pillar, he has like 40 avoidance and a silver sword, so you can like look at the warriors. Oh, this is the Sword Reaver guy actually. Oh shit,
There's multiple, I think.
Oh, right. If he gets... I think he will go for Jafar, because Jafar's closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The initial guy definitely had a steel axe, though, because you checked him.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, anyway, we need to kill this guy right now. I'm actually going to attack him with Hector, even though Hector's capped. Just because this guy is actually really... Oh, fuck! No, Hector! Wow. You're capped! Oh, that's a lot of...
Who cares?
That's a lot
helping.
That's a lot of wasted...
I'm helping.
It's a lot of wasted XP.
Kill the mage with the thief. Yay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, actually. But this will actually make like gold cap, I think.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have done.
Well,
I won't get the XP for stealing. Wasted. Totally wasted.
Wasted. There we go.
Is he really 19?
He is 19. I've been giving Legault a lot of XP. So I was thinking, Heath has the door key. I would actually kind of like to open the door on this turn.
Yeah, so do it. Kill the spider and then open the door.
Yes, I will. But I need... But... Oh, right! Oh, I can kill the fighter. Never mind. But if I'm gonna do that, I think I need to barrier up Heath, because there's a mage here, as well as a bishop. So... I'm going to kill this guy with Fiora. Like so. Oh, wait, is this gonna be a kill? Yes.
That's not a kill.
Fuck! Fuck! It's okay though, we still have Raven. Mangs
Setting up a kill for Raven.
Mangs math. It's okay though, it's okay.
Implying you did math.
Well, Mangs math is when I don't do math.
It's the opposite of math.
Yeah, it's Mangs math. Alright, so we'll barrier him up. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. One thing that I am kind of worried about is though, I'm running dangerously low on equipment right now. I should have bought more shit. There we go. So I hope Heath will be fine. I hope. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, he'll be fine. His HP is huge.
Alright, now I know there's a fighter up here.
Remember when I said mounts to the left?
There we go.
Where's all these mounted people then?
I don't know. Not here.
I can see that.
Good job, Pence. Conserving Hellfire uses. Good job.
Saving that funds rank.
I was always under the impression that the right-hand side needed to move faster.
Well, why?
I don't know, that's what I thought.
Dude, what's more dangerous? Jafar dying, Zephiel dying, or Nino dying? What's more likely to happen?
Good point.
With all you've just learned, answer this simple question.
I'll get there, though. Ah, shit. This actually isn't that good. I was hoping...
There's so many people up there.
Oh, nice! Good job, Heath. That's perfectly.
Saved by RNG. What else is new?
Yeah, I kind of needed this to happen because I want Heath to clear out more of these enemies. Ooh.
Well, maybe you shouldn't put him against these enemies that he's bad against then.
Yeah, maybe not. I did bury him up, but I'm still wondering if he's gonna take a shit ton of damage from that bishop. We'll see how this goes. Hit points, strength. Oh, that's a good level up too.
Well, he's gonna die then.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
He's gonna die. I think one of those guys.
The other guy's a Sword Reaver.
I think he does actually. Yep,
I think
he does.
Yep.
So if I don't, what the hell is up with the RNG? Jesus Christ.
Confirmation bias. That's up with the RNG.
I know that there's the Thunder Mage, and I think that the Bishop. Oh wow, Nino crits!
Doing our best as usual.
What the actual fuck? Yeah, there. I knew there was a mage here. Oh crap, he might actually die. Because the Divine... I think that...
Yep.
No, yeah, I think the Divine's gonna kill him.
Wow, you really thought this through, right?
I thought he was gonna survive.
If only you had like a Pegasus, a Falcon Knight, or a Raven, or a Priscilla.